Something I love about living out in the middle of nowhere is that as soon as it hits like 9 o'clock at night, everything dies down. There's very, very, very little traffic. And that's because there's pretty much nothing to do out in the middle of nowhere. So folks, it's about 9:13. I just hit the road, and I figured because it's so cool, it's so comfortable, we should go out for a late night overland trip. As it stands right now at this elevation, it is 50 degrees. I plan to go up high as I can, and we'll see what the temperature is up there. All that I know is this: the temperature's low, humidity is low, and tonight it is cool enough to run the heater. Oh yeah. A few days ago, a cold front came through the area, and our temps went from like 80 down to like the highs around 65, 64 degrees, the lows in the 40s. A taste of fall has arrived, and it is too good to ignore. That's why we're heading out on this trip. Plus, it's the first time in a long time that it's been cool enough to actually run a heater. And I could tell you, at 48 degrees, with very low humidity, which makes it feel a lot cooler, some heat tonight is going to be appreciated. In addition, we will be making dinner tonight, a late dinner. It's going to take a while for us to get to where I'm going. The plan is to head out on another forest road, and we'll just go as far as we want to until we can find a really good campsite. Hopefully, I'll be able to find one with a good view. That's the goal. I would like to be able to wake up, look out the back window, and see something beautiful. Just in case you don't know, my name is Luke. This is the Outdoor Gear Review. Folks, let's do some driving. That right there is one of the big dangers about driving at nighttime here in the mountains. The white-tailed deer are literally everywhere out here. Thousands and thousands and thousands of them. As it stands right now, we've been on the road for quite a while, and we're getting closer and closer to the forest road that I want to hit up. It won't be too much longer. Okay, we just broke out from the tree line, heading up, up, and up. Unfortunately, it is so dark, you all really can't see anything. Good news, everyone. I have found a sweet campsite. You might not be able to see it right now, but in the morning, you'll think it's pretty good too. We are now in really good shape, everyone. We have a fantastic campsite, an incredible view. Life is good. At the same time, the temps are amazing. It truly feels fantastic tonight. In fact, it's just a little bit chilly. With that being said, though, here in a minute, I'll be doing some cooking. I'll probably take this off. Tell you what, let's just go ahead and take it off now. And that's because I am starving. When it comes to the drive to get up here, it was really pleasant, very much drama-free, no issues. The road itself was in really good shape, which is nice to see. The thing about forest roads is this: you never know what you're going to find. Sometimes it's a fallen tree or a tree limb or a washed out road, or sometimes it's a vehicle in a creek or in a ditch. Over the years, I have literally seen it all, and absolutely nothing surprises me when it comes to a forest road. With tonight's drive, I didn't find anything crazy. But that doesn't mean that I don't have a crazy story to share with you all. Something happened yesterday that is pretty wild, and I will tell you all about that during dinner. With that being said, let's go ahead and let's cook, because the clock is ticking, it's getting late. Just in case you're wondering why I'm using matches, my lighter ran out of gas. Luckily, I have these as a backup. I have to tell you, everyone, this chicken barbecue smells incredible. The smell alone is making me super, super hungry. Everyone, This is unbelievable. Hickory smoked chicken barbecue with crispy onions on top. Buttery mashed potatoes. The ultimate combo. Folks, this is amazing. Now that I have dinner, I really don't want to talk. So I'll tell you what, let me tell you all my story, and then I'll turn the camera off and eat. So check this out, everybody. Yesterday evening, right before sundown, I get a phone call. It's my neighbor. He tells me that somebody had basically went by my house at a high rate of speed, jumped their vehicle, and hit a tree. So I'm listening to him tell me this story on the phone, and I'm trying to figure out, like, what direction they were going, what tree they hit. So I told him, hold on 1 second, I'll come outside and we'll talk. As he was walking to check his mail, a car was driving in front of the house, slammed on its brakes, backed up. At a high rate of speed, they turned into that side road. They ran over the berm in front of my house, blocking the floodwaters because we have issues with the creeks, culverts, and whatnot. They jumped that, barely missed the 4Runner, and smashed into a tree across from my house. After the person hit the tree, they popped their vehicle in reverse, backed out of the road, and then took off. So they left behind 2 headlights, 1 fog light, a huge chunk of their fender, and also the emblem to their car, which happens to be Kia. The funny thing is, inside of my house, I didn't hear a thing. The house is so well insulated. I promise you, that made a noise, a hell of a noise. It just about destroyed that car, but obviously they were able to drive away, which is quite impressive. People are so strange. People operating vehicles are so strange. I bet you all have some sort of crazy story that deals with people driving their vehicles and doing crazy dumb stuff. This is so good. I don't even need the extra barbecue sauce that I brought with me. It is perfect. I'll tell you what, everyone, it is getting quite chilly in here. As soon as I wrap up dinner, I am firing up the heater. With an awesome dinner out of the way, it is time to get our bed ready for tonight. Then we will fire up the heater. As you can see there, it's definitely chilly. Chilly enough to see our breath. It feels so good to kick back and to relax. It's hard to believe that it's already so late into the year. I mean, we're camping on top of this mountain. It's about 45 degrees or lower. I have a heater going, heating pad on. Just yesterday, I did the last big mow at Lone Wolf Mountain. I'll have to do one more small one, and that's it. For 6 months, no more mowing. We'll go from mowing grass to shoveling snow in no time. This, everyone, is a really nice taste of what is to come. Cool temps, beautiful scenery. Yeah, I can't wait. It's been a hot summer, a long summer. I'm glad to see everything beginning to change. I'm ready for a change. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It is a little bit after 5 o'clock, and already the sky is lightening up. It's coffee time. Let's get some coffee, and then we'll do some more talking. The air out there is cold this morning. It's a little bit of a shock to the system. With that being said, though, I stayed very warm inside of the 4Runner last night. It was a good night, peaceful and quiet. Didn't hear anything, nobody came up here. It is super windy out there, though. Talk about an amazing place to wake up. Cheers, everyone. Good morning. It is windy and cold out here. Everyone, let's get back inside of the vehicle. Let's get the heater going. That is some good coffee, everyone. I tell you, it feels so good inside of this vehicle, and it is quite cold outside of it. Wow. With this trip, I've gotten exactly what I wanted. Cool temperatures, a really cool night. I stayed super warm and comfortable inside of the vehicle. It was perfect. I want to take a second here and give a shout out to a viewer named Dave. Now, you all know that a couple of months ago, my mom passed away from brain cancer. The type of cancer that she had was called glioblastoma. Well, Dave, a viewer, he was diagnosed with the same cancer recently. And with this cancer, it is terminal. That is a tough diagnosis and a tough reality to accept. And I don't want to pretend like I know the right words to say here. But I will say this: your presence, your life, your individual story, and the impact that you've had on people around you can't be taken away by this diagnosis. Whatever time lies ahead for you, it is your time, and it still matters. My thoughts are with you and yours. Strength and honor. I do have other shout outs to give, but we will hold those off for the next video. Dave deserves to have this one all to himself. Cheers to Dave. Cheers to you all. Switching gears, talking about something that's actually kind of funny. So, picture this. British Columbia. Rugged mountains, rough terrain. There's a couple, and they're out for a hike. They are enjoying the walk through the woods when they hear screaming. They're alarmed. They call 911, right? A search and rescue operation is launched. And as the search and rescue members hit the ground sometime later, they begin searching for the individual who is screaming. They get to the point where they hear something. It sounds familiar. It's not screaming. It's someone singing a Nickelback song. Don't pretend like you don't know who Nickelback is. That's the band that everyone pretends to hate but actually secretly loves. I know you do. Apparently, this individual was not screaming for help for hours and hours. What he was doing was singing Nickelback songs. And yes, this story is completely true, folks. I'm not kidding. The manager for the search and rescue team stated that the individual was not in trouble outside of having a terrible singing voice. As it stands now, folks, the sun is coming up. It is going to be an absolutely beautiful day. And I tell you what, it is time to hit the road. We will drive out of here as the sun crests the mountains. As I'm driving out of here, ladies and gentlemen, I would like for you all to think about what I said to Dave there in regards to time. The time that he has left is his. And the truth is, the time that we have left is ours. I want you all to think about that. Think about your lives. Think about the time that you may have left, because no one is guaranteed tomorrow. What we have is right now, and that's it. No guarantees. I want to thank you all so much for joining me for this trip. If you enjoyed this adventure, please hit the thumbs up. It's a great way to support this channel. Everyone, be good, be safe, take care of yourselves, and get out there and start living.